Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost, and today I'm going to be showing you how to record from my high definition consoles. Basically in this video we're going to be taking a look at how to record from an HDMI or component video output. So this is great if you have a Wii U, Wii, PlayStation 3, Xbox One, any system that can output in high definition. I'm going to be showing you how I record from these consoles. And the device I use to record from these systems is an AVerMedia Live Gamer Portable. So that's the device we're going to be using to show how you can record from your high definition systems. I get questions about this a lot from my viewers asking what kind of equipment do I use to record from my high definition systems and how do I record from them. So I wanted to go ahead and make this video to help those people out who are wondering how to exactly record their HD console. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at how I record from my high definition systems. So starting off this video, I want to go ahead and take a look at the device I use to record from a majority of my consoles. This here is the AVerMedia Live Gamer Portable. I use the Live Gamer Portable to record from any console that has an HDMI output or a component output. So I use the Live Gamer Portable to record from my original Wii, Wii U, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, Xbox One, even my PC at times. Any console that has any kind of a component out or HDMI out, the Live Gamer Portable is perfect for. So how I have my Live Gamer Portable set up is I would take the HDMI source and plug it into the HDMI input on the capture device. So this white cable here, this is the HDMI cord coming from my Wii U. And I plug that directly into the HDMI in on the Live Gamer Portable. If I was going to record from a component source, so I was going to record from my Wii for example, then that's when this cable here comes into play. So if I spread this out a little bit, you'll see that there's these 5 individual cords plugged into this one port. This is the breakout cable for the Live Gamer Portable. This allows you to plug in a component source into the capture device. Now, as you notice here, we got this one red cable plugged into a black port, and then another red cable plugged into a blue port. This here is something you're going to unfortunately have to play around with, as sometimes the component cables for a device don't mark if it's an audio or a video cable, because for component you have red, green, and blue for your picture, and also red and white are still used for your audio. So you might have to play around with certain cables. Other cables are marked. Unfortunately, these component cables I have on my Wii aren't very marked, so I just always have them plugged into my component port, since that's really the only system I use for component right now. So I would just take my component cords, plug them into this, and then once I have them all in the breakout cable, I just plug that into the capture device here. Make sure it's nicely plugged in there, make sure it's not loose, and then you're good to go. Now, once I have my consoles in here, then I just plug in one more cord into the HDMI out. So I plug in one HDMI cord here going to my television into the HDMI out to send my picture back to my television without any kind of input delay. And then finally, as you see here, we got the little USB cord that goes from the capture device into the computer. So simple as that. So if I want to go ahead and record from the Live Gamer Portable, I would just go ahead and press this button here in the center. Alternatively, I could just open up the software from my computer, but if I press this button, the software will open up for the Live Gamer Portable right on my computer. So with the software open, I can go ahead and customize things to where I want it on the program, or I can go ahead and just hit the record button. Alternatively, I could just press the button here on the capture device, and then it will start recording. When it's glowing red like this, then that's when you know that the Live Gamer Portable is recording. So it's as simple as that. Now if I want to go ahead and stop recording, then I would just press the stop button, or just press the button one more time on the capture device, and that'll stop my recording. So it's very easy to use. And also there is another feature on the card that I really do like that I have used from time to time. As you see here, we got this little switch. On the right side we have an SD card, and on the left we have a PC. So if I swap it over to the right here, then the capture device goes into PC free mode. Now whenever I'm using PC free mode, I only have one of my consoles plugged in at a time. So right now I just have the HDMI cord in. Then I'll just take my breakout cable and just put it to the side, because I don't really need that right now. So that way I can still see my picture on the television and play my game. And how this works is if you have a SD card, which is a class 10 or higher, so I got a 32 gigabyte class 10 micro SD card that's just converted up using a SD card adapter, since this was actually cheaper for me to buy at the time. I just plug that SD card into the SD card slot here, which is on the bottom. So I just put that in. And then with it in PC free mode, I just press the record button on the capture device, and then it will start glowing. When I want to stop, I just press the button again, and that's it. That's how I record using the Live Gamer Portable. And that's a really useful feature for having PC free mode, as I've actually used this feature to test out some things before. I've actually taken this capture device with me at one point to a friend's house because I had an HDMI converter for the Wii, so I took this with me and recorded some footage from their Wii using this capture device without my computer. And it was as simple as just hooking it up, putting an SD card in the capture device, and hitting the record button. So this is a very easy to use capture device. It lets you do a lot of stuff, and it is something I really do enjoy using. So that's why I use to record from a majority of my consoles, from anything that has an HDMI or component output. And there you have it. That is how I record from my high definition consoles. Now, if you have any kind of questions about how my setup is for recording these high def systems, leave a comment down below and I'll be getting back to you as soon as possible to help you out. If there's any other questions you might have about this, I recommend looking this stuff up online, as the equipment I use might not be the same thing that you will be using to record from your high def systems. As of right now, as you've seen, I'm using the AVerMedia Live Gamer Portable, which does have an HDMI in and component in, while some HD capture devices don't have any kind of component inputs anymore. So some of the stuff you might have to look up online, but any questions that you might have about the AVerMedia Live Gamer Portable setup, go ahead and leave a comment below and I should be able to help you out with that question. With that said, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful, and I'll see you guys next time.